talk about, oh, also this is being recorded. This is being recorded so that we can share it with other people. So we're going to post it on the website so that other people that didn't show up can see it. So I'll just get started. All right. So this is our elections info session. Again, I'm the elections commissioner. I'm Anna.
And I'm Melanie, the Deputy Elections Commissioner.
All right, so I just wanted to give a little information about what the Elections Board does in case people don't know. So really, if you have any questions regarding Elections Board, they can all be directed to us. It's going to be at elections@fiu.edu. It'll be at the end too, in case you forgot. But basically, we just oversee elections and we're responsible for the execution of the elections code. If there's any campaign violation hearings, we'll hold those and we will vote on any decisions regarding elections board once we have the rest of our board members. How do I do?
So the party applications will be officially open next Monday, the 14th, and they will be closing January 17th. Once those close, 3 days later, the 20th, the candidate applications will be officially open until the 2nd of February. Then February 9th, the candidates will be announced, and then they can start campaigning the February 10th, the next day. We will be having our debates on February 16th, I believe, at 5 p.m. And the campaigning ends March 8th, and the elections will be taking place March 7th and March 8th. And then the results will be announced the 10th, March 10th.
Yes, and we'll do that in the pit like we did last year. So if anyone wants to take a picture, I'll leave it up for a second. Okay. All right, so these are all the seats you can run for. I'm not gonna say all of them, but they're all listed for you right here. Obviously, it's just based on whatever college you're in, you can run for that. All of those numbers are how many seats that we have in each of the colleges.
So the requirements for the political parties are the political party, like a registered and qualifying political party, must have at least 15 seats. That's without counting the presidential ticket and the gubernatorial seat. Also, the political party registration will be closing 3 days before the general qualification registration. So I believe since the political party applications close the 17th, the general registration will be open the 20th. So it's the responsibility of the political party to find qualified candidates for their party before registration closes. And then once the general election closes, no more campaigning or fundraising will be allowed, but they can still operate as per usual until the next election cycle.
Yeah, and obviously there's more requirements, but this is just a general overview. And if you are going to be in a political party, obviously you're going to have to read more in depth in the Constitution. All right, so these are the candidate requirements. Each student government association senator will be registered to the specific school, college, class level, and housing units that they represent. Each undergraduate student senator will maintain a minimum of 9 undergraduate credit hours. And in the last fall and spring semester before graduation, they shall be exempt from this requirement and must maintain a minimum of 3 credit hours per semester. Each graduate student senator will maintain no less than a 3.0 cumulative graduate grade point average and a minimum of a 2.5 term grade point average. And you must be registered for a minimum number of credit hours so as to be considered full-time for both fall and spring terms. And then you also have to be a degree seeking registered non-staff student. You can only run and hold one office at a time. You can't be under any academic or disciplinary sanctions as detailed in the Student Code of Conduct. Maintain no less than a 2.5 cumulative undergraduate grade point average and a 2.0 term grade point average. These are like the most important ones to know. And then each graduate student holding office shall maintain no less than a 3.0 cumulative graduate grade point average and a minimum of a 2.5 term grade point average. And you obviously have to be registered as a full-time student for both fall and spring. In the semester of graduation, though, again, they're exempt from full-time enrollment and must maintain at least 3 credit hours.
So the qualifications for the executive branch officials, both the president and the vice president must have been FIU students for at least 2 years and have achieved at least junior standing. They must maintain a minimum of 6 or 9 credit hours during the fall and spring semesters in which they'll be in office. During the last fall and spring semester before they graduate, they must only maintain a minimum of 3 hours. The president has to have previously held at least one SGA position for at least 2 semesters or 154 hours, whichever is greater, and unless they succeed to office. The BBC governor has to be a student from the Biscayne Bay campus, according to the Article X of the Constitution. Any other member of the executive branch shall be beholden to the requirements of the general SGA officials. So each law senator and medical senator, both of those colleges have like the same requirements, which are that they won't be held to any disciplinary or academic sanctions as determined by their respective colleges and the university. They also have to maintain a minimum amount of courses to be considered full-time students by their colleges. And they will also be exempt from this requirement during their semester of graduation, still be taking at least 1 course. Also, lower division senators must have passed less than 60 credits at the time of the election, qualification, or appointment, while the upper division senators must have passed more than 60 at the time of election, qualification, or appointment.
All right, and then any additional info is going to be here at these websites. Again, our email is elections@fiu.edu. That's important to remember because if you have any questions, you can just email it to us and we will get back to you as soon as we can. And that's it. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Everyone's good? All right. If everyone's good, then have a safe election season and make sure to get everything in on time because that's really important.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.